looks like we're going. We're gonna go have coffee again. The easiest time to do my updates. Here's the biggest update. Looks like school is on for next week, so that's good. I should be getting hours next week. I should be getting paid. Not next week, but I should be getting paid this month. So that's a good thing. And oh, my nose is itching. Ooh, okay. Sorry that you guys are just gonna see me drink coffee again, but you know what? I don't know. I don't have the sunset in the background today. This is the middle of the day. That's unfortunate. I have piddled away this day doing internet research, which I guess might pay off one day. But it's research for things I can do after the COVID lockdown is over. I mean, we're not in lockdown, but you know, the travel restrictions. Terry says he's going back to Hong Kong next month. He said he was only he's going to go back for a month, and he's going to go through China because there's no flights. Which, you know, okay, but I'm not sure I have my keys. I'll just put them in there. Yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, but you're gonna have to wait for 2 weeks when you cross into China. He can do it because he's Chinese. It's only foreigners that they're blocking out. But I was like, you're still gonna have to wait 2 weeks because he's still gotta go through quarantine. And as soon as he gets across the border, and then he'll have to cross the border into Hong Kong and wait there. It'll be another 2 weeks there. And I was like, well, there's your whole month right there. You're gonna have like 1 day that you get to turn around and come back. But then I guess when he comes back, he'll still have to go back through China. So a month's not even gonna be enough. I suppose he knows what he's doing. But one thing he said is since he's gonna be going through Guangzhou, he'll have to go up across the border here by train and to Ning. That's where he'll do his first 2 weeks. Then he'll take the train down to Guangzhou. Well, I don't know exactly how he's gonna do it, but he's basically gonna go down to Guangzhou. And since he'll be there, he can hop up, like it's only an hour and a half up to Chenzhou. He's like, I'll go up there and get your stuff for you. And send it down here. And I was like, okay. Hey, he may even be able to come back with it. Because he said he was going to send it to, Nanning, to his friend there, and then they were going to transfer it there to something that can take it across the border. Just a moving van, I guess. Car's coming for me. And but then if he has to come back through the same way he went, because he says there's no flights. If there's no flights, then he's going to have to go back by train. Right? That's the only way. I don't know. He's doing it to get funds. He's got some money in a bank in Hong Kong, but they won't release it electronically. He has to be there to sign for it. Smell paint. They're painting this new place. Take a look. New building. This little tiny island has several construction projects. There's actually one up there, and I would show you, but it's just a construction project. I don't want to walk out in the sun. Obviously, people have been here a while. It's been settled a while. There's plenty of old buildings, but there's a lot of new stuff going in too. I mean, it is a nice spot. It is so centrally located. We're not more than 15 minutes by bike from any of the big commercial areas here in Hanoi. Less than 10 minutes from the historic district. And Tai Ho here, where we're at, this is got a lot of stuff around it, and this is more like restaurants and bars and things, basically all around the lake, and just little, places to sit like this. But it's popular to come to. Oh, it's nice to have this little garden in the city. It's not really a garden, it's a lake, but what else? I'm going to take this off in a second. I just got my stuff in my hands.
Net dark, low sugar.
No sugar, right. Yes, thank you. This is the least interesting part, where I try to balance my stuff. You can see that if I walk closer. Also not sure how fancy it looks to you, but it certainly looks nice to me. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, what a nice building. Wow, the one next to it's about the same. Oh. Drop 10 degrees when I take that off. Sorry, I'm doing the trying to balance two things. Put this away. At the same time I'm talking to you. Okay. There we go. So, is that a good shot? Turn around and you can decide whether or not you like that. That's what I look at. That's what I'm looking at all the time. That's why I come out here. I feel like that's the prettiest direction. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so that's really the only update. I didn't do much else today. The thing I was researching on the internet was places I can travel to. I know, I'm not getting enough travel in. Well, what I'm really thinking is, like, I've already been looking at places to go in Vietnam, because I'd like to start up a new YouTube channel of, like, I don't want to go too far and say professionally done, but like an actual consumable vlog of places I go. That would require a lot more effort as far as editing and writing and stuff, but I've been doing it, I just haven't gotten terribly far along with it.
Goodbye.
But thank you. Really good. So that's where my mind is now. So today I was like, well, actually I can only do so many interesting posts here in Vietnam, and I know so many. There would be a lot. I could do a lot of interesting posts in Vietnam, but I feel like I've researched them already since I've been here since March. I would start here in Hanoi and do some local stuff, and at some point, hopefully, as life returns to normal, I'll be getting paychecks from school or from somebody, and then do a little traveling. Probably start here in the north. There's a few places there's a couple of places that are super popular, right? So I'll probably do the very popular things first. Like Sapa, I've already been to Sapa. The last trip I made. Is that better? A lot of flopping around. This is why I'm experimenting on you guys, because I actually do want to do this at some point. But I don't know what I'm doing yet. So lighting, sound, you all get to be my guinea pigs. Lucky you. Yeah. So anyway, so Sapa's in the mountains. Um, and it's like if you want to go someplace and get pictures just like you have seen in every magazine of Vietnam with the women in the conical hats pushing the water buffalo. I guess they're not pushing the water buffalo. That's not how that works. Anyway, behind the water buffalo in the rice fields, the rice paddies that are just go up the hillsides. That's Sapa. And it really is very pretty. I mean, it's definitely, Vietnam is definitely a place where you come to give your camera a workout. You just want to take pictures of everything. But that's a really cool trip. But like I said, I've done that. And it's worth a couple of days, actually. But I'm not sure exactly on what kind of blog to do. A lot of the travel blogs are giving advice. And for a long time I was like, I'm not going to give advice because I see all these people doing it and they don't. I know they don't know what they're talking about half the time. But then again, maybe that's why I should be doing it. A lot of them are really young. Anybody that's got a blog is going to be really young. Okay, I get that. But of course, because of age, they think they know 100 times more than they actually know. And they're nice, mostly guys. I was going to say people, but some women, but mostly guys in these blogs that do these travel things. And they've been like once. They're like, well, now I know how to do it. I'm going to tell everybody the trick. And a lot of times I'm just like, no, that's going to come back and bite you on the ass. Like, so there's this one guy who was saying, don't get your SIM card in the airport because they overcharge at the airport. And he's right. They charge more at the airport than you'll pay in town. But most places outside, in the U.S., you land at an airport and need to get a SIM card, and it's going to be like $80 for a month, which is insane, an insane amount of money that no other country anywhere is charging that much. And you usually get better service too, at least in Asia. 4G was everywhere, and they're going to be the first to get 5G in China, and then it'll probably come here to Southeast Asia. But so he's like, don't get the car there, and I was like, yes, you pay more for it there, yes, but the worst place to get caught without internet access is when you're leaving the airport and trying to get to your hotel. You don't have a map. You're relying on some cab driver who you may, who's probably a completely, legitimate businessman, but, you'll run into situations where you get a con artist who's just trying to drive you in circles around town, and you got no way to know he's even doing it because you got no map on your phone. Furthermore, here in Southeast Asia, I totally recommend always getting Grab, which is, as I've mentioned many times before, is the Goober. Goober. It's the Uber for Southeast Asia. Grab is the Uber for Southeast Asia. And it is everywhere. And there's several of those companies. They've got more competition here than they do, I think, in the U.S. I think in the U.S. it's either Uber or Lyft, and there's no other option. But I recommend Grab because it comes from Singapore, and so of course it's English speaking. Its native language is English. You can translate it into whatever, but if it's originally written in English, it's usually a little easier to understand. So anyway, my thing is the little bit extra that you pay for the SIM card in the airport is worth it. I mean, make the calculation however you like. That's your exchange. You're paying a little bit more, but you're going to get there. And since they're in the airport, you're getting it then. In times when I have tried to be the cheapo and not get a SIM card in the airport, sometimes it's days before I find a decent SIM card. In the airport, they're all right there. You can compare the prices. Yeah, you're gonna be paying a little bit of a premium, but they're so cheap. It's worth it. Unless you just have your route to your hotel down, you just know it. And you better know it, because once you leave the airport, you won't have Wi-Fi. And not everywhere is it easy to get Wi-Fi. Some places it is, but not everywhere. Thailand, I found, not easy to get Wi-Fi. Anyway, that's today. Hope you enjoyed my rambling. Talk to
you later.